Office Life 1. It's my first day at the office. I sit at my desk and turn on my computer. My boss wants a report, so I open the email, check the documents, and start to type. At 11 a.m., I go to a meeting with my manager and other colleagues. After that, I take a short coffee break. I read the schedule, make a call, and send a message. I am very busy, but I feel good. I want to finish all my tasks before the deadline.
Office Life 2. Today, I have many tasks to do. First, I check my calendar and write a to-do list. I need to send 2 emails and finish a report. I replied to a message from my manager. He wants the file by p.m. I write the report and attach the document. Then, I send it to my manager. After that, I check my next task. I call a colleague to ask about a meeting. We plan to meet at p.m. in the small meeting room. I write everything down in my notebook. I feel organized and ready for the day.
Office Life 3. This morning I need to print a document. I open the file and check the pages. I walk to the printer, but it doesn't work. I try to turn it off and on again. Still, there is no paper. I go to ask a colleague for help. She shows me how to load the paper. Then the printer works. I print the report and give it to my manager. He says, "Thank you." I smile and go back to my desk. Now I can start my next task. Office Life for meeting time. This afternoon, we have a team meeting. I check the calendar and see the meeting starts at 2 p.m. I prepare my notebook and a pen. At 1:55, I walk to the meeting room. Some colleagues are already there. The manager comes in and says, "Let's start." We talk about this week's tasks. I listen carefully and write down notes. My colleague gives a short presentation. After the meeting, I ask a question. The manager answers clearly. Then I go back to my desk and check my to-do list.
Office Life 5 caller message. I need to talk to my colleague, but he is not at his desk. I decided to call him. I picked up the phone and dialed his number. There is no answer. Then, I sent him a message. In the message, I asked, "Can we talk at p.m.?" He replies quickly and says, "Yes, no problem." At p.m., he calls me. We talked about the new project. I took notes during the call. After the call, I wrote a summary. Then I sent the summary to my manager. Office Life 6. What's the problem? This morning, my computer is very slow. I tried to open a file, but it doesn't load. I restarted the computer, but the problem is still there. I checked the internet connection. The Wi-Fi is not working. I asked my colleague, "Is your Wi-Fi okay?" She says, "Mine is fine." I called the IT support team. They told me to wait 5 minutes and try again. After 5 minutes, the Wi-Fi works. I opened the file and started my work. Now everything is back to normal. Office Life 7. Take a break. It's 12 p.m. and I feel hungry. I finished my task and got ready for lunch. I asked my colleague, "Do you want to eat together?" She says, "Sure. Let's go." We walked to the break room. I brought my lunch from home. She buys food from the cafe. We sat down and started eating. We talked about our weekend plans. After lunch, we get some coffee. I feel more relaxed and happy. Now I'm ready to start working again. Office Life 8. Let me introduce. Today, we have a new colleague in the office. Her name is Anna. She works in the marketing team. My manager asks me to introduce her to others. I took her around the office. I said, "This is Jack. He is our sales manager." Jack smiles and says, "Nice to meet you." Then we go to meet Emily. Emily works in human resources. Anna says, "I'm happy to join the team. Everyone is friendly and helpful. I'm glad to have a new teammate." Office Life 9. I'm not feeling well. This morning, I woke up with a headache. I also feel tired and cold. I sent a message to my manager. I'm not feeling well today. He replies, please take a rest and get better soon. I stay at home and drink warm water. I took some medicine and lay down in bed. At a.m., I checked my email on my phone. There is one urgent message. So I replied quickly. Then I went back to sleep. I hope I can return to work tomorrow. Health is important. Office Life 10 Big Presentation Day. Today is my big presentation day. I arrived at the office early to prepare. I opened my laptop and checked the slides. I make sure everything works. At a.m., the meeting begins. I stand in front of the team and start my presentation. I spoke slowly and clearly. My colleagues listen and take notes. After I finish, the manager asks a few questions. I answered with confidence. Everyone claps at the end. I feel proud and happy. Office Life 11 Task Assignment and Teamwork. On Monday morning, we had a team meeting. The manager talks about a new project. He gives us a list of tasks. I am responsible for writing the first report. My colleague is in charge of the design part. We work together and share ideas. I created an outline and sent it to the team. My teammate gives feedback and makes suggestions. We help each other and stay on schedule. At the end of the day, we finished the first draft. The manager reads it and says, "Good job, team." I feel motivated to keep working hard. Office Life 12 Making suggestions and giving opinions. We are having a team meeting about a new client project. The manager asks, "Do you have any suggestions?" I said, "I think we should start with a simple design." My colleague adds, "That will save time and money." Another teammate says, "Maybe we can do more research first." We listen to each other and write down all the ideas. The manager says, "Thank you for your input." We voted on the best plan. Most of the team agrees with the simple design. I feel good because my suggestion helped. I enjoy working in a team that listens and respects opinions. Office Life 13 Scheduling and canceling a meeting. I planned a meeting for 3 p.m. today. In the morning, I prepare the agenda and send it to the team. At 2:30, I got a message from my manager. He says, "We need to reschedule the meeting." I replied, "No problem. When is a good time for you?" He suggests tomorrow at a.m. I checked the calendar and confirmed the new time. Then, I sent an update to the team. Some colleagues asked if they could join online. I said, "Yes, we'll use the video meeting link." Everyone thanks me for the quick update. I feel organized and ready for tomorrow. Office Life 14 Business Trip Planning. Next week, I will go on a business trip. My manager asks me to visit a client in another city. I booked a train ticket and a hotel room. Then I checked the weather for that city. I packed my laptop, charger, and business cards. I also printed the meeting schedule. The day before the trip, I set an out-of-office reply for my email. In the morning, I left home early and arrived at the station on time. During the trip, I reviewed my notes and prepared my presentation. I feel a little nervous but also excited. I want to make a good impression. Business trips are a great way to learn and grow. Office Life 15 Clocking in and out. I arrived at the office at 8:55 a.m. I use my ID card to clock in at the entrance. The system records my time automatically. I turned on my computer and checked my email. At noon, I take a lunch break and clock out for 1 hour. After lunch, I returned to the office and clocked in again. In the afternoon, I finished my tasks and attended a short meeting. At 5:30 p.m., I saved my work and shut down the computer. Before I left, I clocked out at the front desk. The HR system tracks all my working hours. If I forget to clock in or out, I can ask HR to fix it. Keeping good time records helps with salaries and reports. Office Life 16. Buying coffee and snacks. This morning, I feel a little tired. Before work, I stopped by the cafe near the office. I ordered a hot coffee and a sandwich. The cashier asks, "For here or to go?" I said, "To go, please." I pay with my phone and wait for my order. The barista calls my name and gives me the coffee. I thanked her and walked back to the office. During the break, I went to the vending machine. I bought a bottle of water and some cookies. Snacks help me stay focused during the day. A little treat makes work more enjoyable. Office Life 17. Computer problems again. This afternoon, my computer suddenly freezes. I can't click anything on the screen. I tried to restart it, but nothing happens. I asked a colleague, "Can you help me with this?" He looks at my screen and says, "Maybe it's a software issue." We tried pressing a few keys, but the screen stays the same. Then I called the IT support team. They came and checked the computer. After 10 minutes, they fixed the problem. They said it was a system update error. I thanked them and saved my work right away. Technology can be tricky, but I'm glad I got help. Office Life 18. Giving and receiving feedback. Today, my manager gives me feedback on my recent report. He says, "You did a great job with the research." I smile and say, "Thank you." Then he adds, "Next time, try to keep the report shorter." I wrote that down and nodded. Later, I gave feedback to a colleague about her design. I said, "I like the colors you used." She says, "Thanks. Do you think anything should be changed?" I replied, "Maybe the text could be a little bigger." She agrees and updates the file. Giving and receiving feedback helps our team improve. We all learn and grow together. Office Life 19. Office celebration. Today is my colleague's birthday. In the morning, we decorated the break room with balloons. Someone brings a cake and puts it on the table. At 3 p.m., we took a short break to celebrate. We sing happy birthday and clap our hands. She smiles and thanks everyone. We eat cake and drink juice together. The manager says, "Let's take a group photo." We all stood together and smiled for the picture. After the celebration, we returned to our desks. The office feels warm and friendly. I enjoy working in a place where people celebrate small moments. Office Life 20. End of the week review. It's Friday afternoon, and the office feels quiet. I open my notebook and review my weekly to-do list. Most of the tasks are finished. I checked off the last item on the list. Then, I wrote a short summary of what I did this week. I emailed the summary to my manager. Next, I planned my tasks for next week. I wrote them down in my calendar. Before leaving, I tidied up my desk. I threw away old notes and organized my papers. At 5:30, I turned off my computer and said, "Have a nice weekend." It feels good to end the week with everything in order. Office Life 21. Printing and copying documents. This morning, I need to print some documents. I went to the office printer and inserted my USB drive. I choose the files and press the print button. The printer makes a loud sound and starts working. Suddenly, the paper gets jammed. I opened the tray and removed the stuck paper. Then I print again, and it works fine. After that, I need to make 5 copies of a report. I use the copier and press 5 on the screen. The machine prints the copies quickly. I checked the pages and stapled them together. Now everything is ready for the meeting. Office Life 22 Office Supplies Run. In the afternoon, I noticed that my pen has no ink. I open the drawer, but I don't see any extra pens. I walked to the supply room on the second floor. Inside, there are shelves with paper, pens, folders, and markers. I took to pens, a notebook, and some sticky notes. There is a clipboard to sign my name and what I took. I wrote the dates and items on the list. Back at my desk, I put everything in place. I used the new pen to write down ideas for a project. Having the right supplies makes work easier. I always feel better when my desk is organized. Office Life 23 Handling phone calls. This morning, the office phone rings. I picked it up and said, "Good morning, this is Green Tech Office." The caller asks to speak to my manager. I check if he is available. He is in a meeting, so I took a message. I write down the caller's name, number, and reason for calling. Then I thanked the caller and hung up. Later, my manager reads the note and calls back. In the afternoon, I received another call about a delivery. I told the caller, "Please bring the package to the front desk." Answering calls is part of my daily tasks. Clear communication helps the office run smoothly. Office Life 24 Using the elevator. I work on the 10th floor of the building. Each morning, I take the elevator from the lobby. Today, the elevator is a bit slow. I waited with two other colleagues. When the doors open, we step inside. I pressed the button for the 10th floor. One colleague presses 8, and the other presses 12. We ride up quietly. On the 8th floor, one colleague gets out. I said, "Have a good day." Soon, I reached my floor and exited the elevator. Taking the elevator is part of my daily routine. Office Life 25 Booking a meeting room. Tomorrow, we have a team meeting in the morning. I need to book a meeting room for it. I opened the office booking system on my computer. I checked which rooms are free at 10 a.m. Room B is available, so I clicked to reserve it. I added the meeting title and invited all team members. Then I sent a calendar reminder to everyone. Later, I went to room B to check the setup. The chairs are arranged and the screen is working. I wrote "reserved" on the door sign. Now we have a quiet space for our discussion. Planning ahead helps meetings go smoothly.